We are here at LG at the IFA, and we're looking at if any manufacturer has something original in getting connected TVs together. Everybody has an app store, everybody can do YouTube, but we want our own stuff. Now, Neil Robinson works in Korea, used to work for LG in England, yeah, and then went to Korea and now works for the CTO and brings in technology from outside the company into the... So you have something in your hand, and that's the first innovation. What is that?
This is the Magic Motion remote control, which is an innovative way of controlling the TV. Instead of using just the up, down, left, right buttons.
Yeah, it's a mouse. It's a mouse. It's like the Wii. It's like the Wii.
Kind of like the Wii, yeah.
Yeah. So you basically can show so back and forth and go to the movies.
Okay, yeah.
And so it's easy to scroll, and I've used it. I can even use it here. Look, I mean, I can just basically go, bang there. And basically, it will immediately start playing the phone, or we can go back. And this is really, it's not a nervous mouse. It really works well. It's from Freescale, or what was it?
We worked with a partner called FreeSpace for this.
FreeSpace. So that was the first external technology. But what's more exciting, we have a lot of websites out there with a lot of videos, and they also need a 10-feet user interface. So what have you done for that, Neil?
Okay, so we worked with this external company called Plex.
Yeah, here, Plex. Okay, Plex. Plexapp.com.
That's right, yeah, plexapp.com. And they have a software that was originally for the Mac computers, but it's now, soon will be available on Windows PCs as well. And the core technology that they have is the ability to go to a website, pull out the important information, and then use it to make a rich UI. So in the example we're showing here, we've got some local content, some movie trailers, or some TV shows. And instead of just a list of files, we've got a much richer UI with a background artwork.
So these are just files on my computer?
That's right, yeah.
And how does it find the artwork and make such a nice little thing?
Well, that's exactly the power of Plex. It has the ability to look at the file name alone, and then go to websites. This here,
IMDb or something?
Here we're using Wikipedia, in fact. But to go there, and a script file written by the open community defines which websites you'll go to get that information and where on the website to get it.
So I just throw in files in my directory and it creates with all the information. Beautiful. Now that's a nice way to get my movies from my own computer. So that's one thing. That's what plexapp.com does. And it also makes websites for so that they all look good on my iPad and my iPhone and that kind of stuff. The same Plex app technology which you're using does that too?
Yeah, exactly. The same technology that would go and get that metadata for a local file could also be used to go to a website and pull out the video information as well.
For the NOS.nl or Marketing Facts or Dutch Cowboys.
Anything, yeah.
Show us a website where the Plex technology is used. So that's the video app.
Yeah, so Empora is a good example. Empora is an action sports website. Personally, I like snowboarding. So I'll go here to the snowboard
section. It's just a directory from the website, all kinds of different places?
That's right, yeah. So when I click each section, it's effectively clicking that link in the website. Yeah. And then when I've clicked high definition videos, it's now getting a list of all those video files. And when I click play on one of them here, it's playing the same video stream that would be playing if I'd gone there on my normal web browser.
Yeah. And what I need for this is a little program, Plex app server, which runs on a computer somewhere in the house.
That's right, exactly, yeah.
Okay. It works through Wi-Fi. It has to be on the same network?
Yeah, that's right. It has to be on the same network so that it can stream the content there. Okay. But LG has also used that same technology in our Netcast cloud server. So we don't envisage that this PC-connected solution is not really a mass market solution. No. It's great, but it's not mass market.
No, but if I, for Marketing Facts, want to write a little app, I can basically show it in this way off my big computer. Right. And then this script file of Marketing Facts is available to Plex app. What happens next?
Well, all of the users of the Plex app can download that and they will be able to view it when they're using a PC. But also LG's contract with Plex means that we will be able to get that script file, put it into our Netcast service, and then as long as you give us the go-ahead, you will be available on every TV that LG produces. Yeah.
And now, okay, so that's the power of the community goes up, and you basically centrally distribute it. Who decides in LG Netherlands, the portal which I show, who decides if Marketing Facts or Dutch Cowboys or the NOS is on the front page for that?
Each subsidiary has its own office of people that's dealing with these content providers, and we also have an office in Korea that that has slightly more complicated contractual relationships for more premium providers.
Okay, so this is a bottom-up way that users can have a nice user interface of their favorite content on their TV.
Absolutely.
So that's very open. How does this process work, or this innovation that you get outside technology not invented here and implemented there? How does it work at LG?
Sure, well, since I moved to Korea, that's the part of the company that I've been working for, and my job is just to find technologies, and I do that various ways: internet browsing, looking at the things that are in my own interest area, but also by going on trips to different countries around the world, and then technologies that I find, I have to introduce those and do what we call incubating, which is, it's one thing to introduce a technology, but actually bring it to market, bring it to demo. That's why I'm here today.
Bring it to demo. That's you bring it to demo, and then when the demo goes right, you basically introduce it. How is that process called?
It's called Open Innovation. We have a brand for it, which is Collaborate and Innovate. And we're looking for external companies all the time, and we have a website called collaborateandinnovate.com, where anyone can go and submit technologies, and
And they end up on your desk.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so these are two examples which are there any more examples of technology which are in the incubation phase or in the get ready to demo phase?
There are, but if they're in the incubation stage and we haven't demoed them yet, they're all very confidential.
Oh, very confidential. So there is some confidentiality.
Yeah.
Now, what we saw here, this little Wii-like remote, and this PowerPlex technology. When will this thing come, not to the demo, but to the store?
It will be in all of our next generation TVs, which I believe will be launching in around April, something like that next year.
April next year, so at the CES probably the models will be shown, and at April it will be in the store.
Yes, I would expect at CES we'll probably have even more things, more products that are integrating this kind of technology. You mentioned about iPhone and iPad. I would hope that at CES maybe we'll be demoing our own tablet and cell phone devices using similar technologies as well.
Yeah, because I saw the Windows 7. Windows 7, you could Windows 7 connect to your TV, and then you could throw a little picture on the screen. I want to do that with my iPhone. I want to do that with my iPad. I have a suggestion. I want to do all these beautiful App Store kind of thing, Flickr, Twitter, but I still want to look at my TV experience as a picture-in-picture.
Okay.
How can I submit that idea to LG?
Well, you've just told me now, and I know the people in product planning, so I will put forward your suggestion.
Okay. Then I want to have this, my iPhone or my BlackBerry or my iPad, as a remote control. You can do really nice things. If this thing is able to work, be controlled by an outside force.
Well, that is also potentially possible with the Plex technology. It's not something we've been able to demo here today, but it's something that is quite possible. So it's in the works.
Can this thing be controlled by an external, not like a website, but also that you can completely do the remote control with everything? Is that, there should be an internal web server or something like that. Is that already part of the product plan?
I'm not sure if it's part of the product plan, but it's something that's technically possible very easily, yes.
I want to remote control with the thing I'm most useful. That's my mobile phone. So is that already, are you showing that somewhere, or is it hidden in preparing to demo?
Yeah, that's right. It's something that's in the incubation stage at this point.
Okay.
It's something I've seen demos of, but they're not public demos yet.
No, of course, you can't talk about it. Now, is there anything different between LG and Samsung? Are you the same kind of innovation strategy? How would you characterize that?
That's difficult, but I think LG is much more open to finding technologies from the outside. I've been myself to several conferences to do with open innovation, and I haven't seen anybody from Samsung there. So I can't speak for Samsung, but in my experience, I would say we're more open to working with outside companies.
Neil, thank you very much.